Alright, I've been wanting to tear into this front deal for quite some time now. I've had the drive shaft taken out for probably 1,000 miles because I was getting a vibration in the front drive shaft. And upon investigation, I noticed that the pinion was loose, like the bearings weren't all the way out, had up and down movement and side to side movement. So I took the front drive shaft out, all the vibrations went away. So I know at a minimum I'm going to need pinion bearings, and I have the whole bearing install kit if I need it. If the carrier bearings are in good shape, I'm going to leave them as they are, put the pinion bearings in, put my paint on the gears, and make sure my mesh and my backlash and all that good stuff is right. But right now I'm fixing to take the wheels off, get the axles out, and then I'm going to pop the cover on the pumpkin on the front, and we're going to look at that pinion bearing. I'm hoping, a lot of y'all have been on this road with me with this Jeep for quite some time, and you know that there's been other people working on it before me and they didn't do a really good job. I'm hoping that's not the case with this front differential. I don't have my hopes up too high because they've been everywhere on this Jeep. Maybe this time the front differential gears and all that stuff is good. It don't make any noise going down the road, so I'm hoping the gears are good at least. And if the gears are good, I can deal with the rest of it. So let's get this front end tore apart and get that pumpkin cover taken off. Okay guys, I got more bad news. They have been in the front end as well, just like they was into the rear end, and they did everything wrong back there, and guess what? They have duplicated their wrongness. These caps right here, they're like rod bearing caps, I say, or maybe main bearing caps. Anyway, they're the caps that hold the bearings and the races into place. And anyway, they've got these caps on the wrong sides, and they're also turned upside down. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me get my light. There is an A right there. That A is upside down. It should be right side up. And over here on this side, right there is the A right there. So it's upside down, and over here on this side. This one has an A that's sideways. The A right here is sideways pointing this way, so it's on the wrong side and also upside down. So this is a Dana 30 front end. Dana 30s, you put the bearing preload shims on the inside of the bearing carrier right here, and then you press the bearings on top of those. As you can see, they put the shims on the outside and they're working their way out on both sides. Here is the amount of bearing preload that this thing has. It has none. So just like I've told you before, y'all hear me griping all the time about the people that has worked on this thing ahead of me. This is how they do everything. This is supposed to be no movement. It's supposed to have pressure on it. No movement side to side. There is wear on the teeth here, and at this point I'm going to try to reuse it. If it makes a lot of noise, I'll buy another ring gear and pinion gear, but as of right now, they're not bad enough. I don't think they're going to. I just got to get the caps on the right side. I got to get the bearing preload right. I've got new bearings, so just like I feared, I'm going to have to do all the bearings. Probably should have had planned on doing that anyway, but just didn't want to. Wanted something on this vehicle to go easy, and it's not. They've been here before me and they have destroyed it once again, so I get to redo everything they done wrong. I get to redo it right. So anyway, it makes for videos. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to gripe about it anymore. I'm just going to get the job done. So I'm going to continue this mess tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm back. Let's get this carrier out of here and see what she looks like. I'm going to say this thing is just going to fall right out when I take these caps off. So they don't have any preload on them, but they have got these shims wedged in the side. Well, I say that they're coming right out. Yeah, it's going to fall right out. Ooh, it's falling already. That's not a good sign. Mercy. Those are not supposed to be out.
When are you going to get that basketball gun to beat you know?
I went by Harbor Freight and got me this bearing separator puller set, and that's what I want to use today to remove these bearings right here. You do not have to have that. You can take a like a die grinder, a Dremel tool with like a little cut-off wheel, and you can cut this bearing cage off. Take it off, and then you can score the race really deep and hit it with a chisel, and it'll split, and then you can get it off. So anyway, I just wanted to add some more tools to my collection, so that's what I'm going to be using today. went to the shop earlier and honed an extra set of bearings out so that I could install them and remove them like that right there. If I need to take it off, put shims behind it, I can, to find out what type of shim system I need. And when I get done, I take it off, leave my shims on, and put the new bearing on that you have to press on. I'm going to heat them and get them on that way. I'm not going to use a press if I can get away with it. So I don't have one. I have to borrow one. So I'd rather do everything here. All right. So I've done the same thing with these carrier bearings where they'll slide on. I'll put the spacers under that bearing and put it in, and when I find out the right amount of spacers for this front end, I'll take these bearings off and put the press on ones on. So I'm going to just have to experiment for a little while. I'll come back when I get the carrier put in. Okay, I painted about 3 teeth right here. I'm going to hold a little pressure on this ring gear, and I'm going to rotate it around and see what kind of pattern I've got. Okay. First try, the pattern don't look that bad. On this side, it goes way down. It's a little bit slightly towards the back. I believe I can bring the pinion gear in a little bit closer. And this back side is what looks bad. So I've got to do something to work with that. So let me work on it a little bit more, and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. I've done quite a bit since the last time you saw me. I went ahead and got all the shimming done, got the bearings put on. I heated those in the oven. I put this carrier in the deep freeze, froze it, brought it out ice cold, put the hot bearings on it. They went right on. And I did the same thing with the pinion gear. I've got the pinion shimmed out correctly. I've got the preload here correct. Got the backlash correct. I used a dial indicator, a digital dial indicator, to do that. Anyway, I've got all that done. Now I'm ready to go back together with this, fill it up with oil, and take it for a test drive. So I'm fixing to put all the axles back in and put the cover back on, put me some gear oil in it, and then we'll take her for a test drive. Guys, obviously it's the next day. It got dark on me last night and I wasn't able to do the video, so we're going to go now while we have good daylight. We're going to do the test drive. I'm going to do it in 2-wheel drive, and I'm going to do it in 4-wheel drive high at highway speeds in both of those, and see how much gear noise I have, or hopefully don't have. Anyway, I know that the vibration is most definitely going to still be with me, because when I was putting the drive shaft back in, I did notice that I had the bad U-joint, had some slack in the drive shaft, so that's where my vibration is going to be coming from. So I expect that to still be there. I'll do a drive shaft U-joint repair video later, and but right now let's get on the highway. All right guys, we're here where we're fixing to go down the road and see what we got. pleased about is I'm not hearing any gear noise, but this is only two-wheel drive, so the front differential actually just toasting right now. So I'm gonna get down here and I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna put it in four-wheel drive high. And if it's gonna make noise, it should make noise in four-wheel drive. All right. I don't know if y'all can see that on the screen. I'm in four-wheel drive high, and let's go down the road and see what we got now. No noise up until fourth gear. Fourth gear right now, I'm hearing a little noise. Fifth gear, very little. So first, second, and third is great. I'm going 60 miles an hour right now, and fifth gear, and it sounds good. It's not noisy. I hear just a little gear sound in fifth gear. Fourth gear is a little bit more noisy. Someone told me that fourth gear on these Jeeps is like a direct drive. It goes straight from the transmission straight to the drive shaft. So anyway, they told me I would most likely have most of my noise in fourth gear. So, and that holds true. But it's not loud at all. I'm not going to be driving around at highway speeds in four-wheel drive very often at all. So if it snows or for conditions require me to drive around in four-wheel drive, I will. But you're not typically going to be using four-wheel drive at highway speeds. So I'm very tickled with this repair. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap on this video. I really do appreciate your views and you coming to watch these videos. And if you did like this video, I wish you would hit that like button. It'll help out the channel a lot. And if you hadn't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And click that bell notification. That way every time I upload a new video, you'll see it on your notifications and you can come watch my new video. You can go down the road of the restoration project of this 1997 TJ Jeep Wrangler, nicknamed JJ by my wife. It stands for Junkie Jeep. Anyway, he's not being so junky anymore. He's getting better and better. We're gradually working through all the problems and making him as good as I can make him. So anyway, come back next time. Thanks for watching.